Okay, this is the Albany Valor. This is a six-person car, so four people can fit in the car and two outsides. The price is 982,000, but you can actually get this car for free-ish if you just do the salvage yard robbery this week. This is a Valentine's Day vehicle, but I honestly would probably not bother. It's not that fast, not got that many upgrades. I do remember upgrading this car before in the past. And as far as I know, this car has no upgrades. I think this is just one of those like rare opportunity cars. I don't think it's in the store and it only comes out once a year. So for that reason, maybe you want to consider it. But I probably still wouldn't buy it, even if that was the reason. Okay, this car does take corners well, brakes well, and handles well, but I still probably would not recommend it because this is the party vehicle after all. So you can get this car for free. And if you win this car, you're an idiot. In case you guys don't know, I won the car in my first spin, and I'm referring to myself as the idiot. This car is a two-door car. This is a 1 million. Jesus Christ, this only needs to be worth $10 in my opinion. 1,280,000. So at least it's not over $2 million for a little compact piece of trash. Anyway, this is the Rona ZZ8. Let's just drive it out. Okay, so the car turns well, brakes well, handles well. This is the prize ride this week. You can win it by coming first 3 days in a row. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this car, to be honest. This car does, like I said, takes corners well, brakes well, blah blah blah. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of the looks of the car though. I can't recommend it actually, just because of its looks alone. I mean, I know it, and it probably won't win you any races either. Um, so I'd say no personally because I'm not really a fan of the looks. I actually prefer the original Ruiner, the OG Ruiner, more than this. I think it's just those two big things on the front of the car. I think you guys could probably get what I'm talking about, but that's really putting me off on the car, and I, I don't like it. I don't like it. Nothing about the car I actually like. So I'm gonna say no. But if you guys want to win it, come first 3 days in a row, and you get the car. Okay, so this is considered a off-roader, but I would not recommend this on my worst enemy. Just don't get it. The Camacho is way better than this, so just don't get this, please. For the love of God, do not get this thing. It's a two-seater car. It's $40,000, and I still probably wouldn't recommend it. So don't get this car. I am restricting you from ever getting this vehicle. Do not get this thing. Complete the casino missions and you'll get this car for free. And it's armored. So don't get this car. Get the armored variant. It has the same exact upgrades, same exact performance, maybe a little bit heavier, so maybe it'll be a bit slower. But still, don't buy this thing. But if you were going to, it is a two person car, obviously. It's a sports car and it's $905,000. So it's not even a million. But I still wouldn't recommend it. So just do the casino missions and get this car for free, and it's armored. And it has a minigun that only is a pea shooter. Okay, this is the Warner. I can't really say much about this car. I mean, I know it's got some headlight covers for like some of the upgrades, but that's the only real unique thing I could say about this car. It's a four-door car, which is good, I guess. I'll give it plus points for that. Could take corners well, brakes well, handles well. It's not really a bad car of choice, but I probably still wouldn't recommend it out of personal preference to like better on the looks. It's not really taking it. So I wouldn't recommend it because of its looks, but yeah, I don't think you're going to win any car races with this. This car isn't exactly the fastest out of all of them. I can imagine this car would have some decent upgrades, but out of personal preference, I'm going to say no. Wait, answer me this down in the comments as well. Would you buy this car? Like, seriously, this car just look. It's just. I don't think it has the looks at all. Okay, you want to know the first word that came to my mind when I was test driving this car? Doc Hudson from the movie Cars. That would probably be the only reason I would recommend this car because it looks like Doc Hudson. Um, but other than that, I probably wouldn't recommend it. The luxury cars this week is this and the Roosevelt. But I'm not going to test drive the Roosevelt since it's basically the same as the Roosevelt Velo, so I'm not going to test drive that as well. So, would I recommend this car? Only if you're wanting to make Doc Hudson out of this. This thing just makes me think of a bug. This is a sports car, two-door car, and it is $648,000. Nah, I think I've upgraded this car before, and it doesn't have any upgrades to it whatsoever. So I would probably avoid it at all costs. All the best looking sports cars in the game, I'd say this would be on my top 10 at least. There's a video idea. Anyway, This car is a really old car. It's an OG car. It's called the Jester. And this is also one of the cars that I'm going to be upgrading with Kurt for the final videos of GTA Online. Um, I'm a sucker for old cars, so that's all I got to say. This is an easy yes for me. I remember upgrading this car in the past, and I do not regret anything. I really hope this vehicle is a GTA 6. Like, I really hope the Jester is a GTA 6. This is probably one of my favorite looking cars, and I really hope that this is a GTA 6. Anyway, would I recommend this car? Absolutely. And this car's not even that pricey anyway. The price on this car is 240,000. This car is two-seater, obviously. It's a sports car. And yeah, I could easily recommend this car any day of the week. I would recommend it if the car had the livery on it the whole time. But I looked, like I'm looking at the cars this week's test drive, and it looks like you can remove it, so that is a plus sign, I guess. This is the links. This is a two-seater sports car worth $1,735,000. I also want to throw this in there. I question the car and why it has a livery stock on it. If that was the case, they should have made this one a race car variant too, right? Because the Masacro and the Jester both have race car variants. Why couldn't this have been a race car variant? But that's besides the point. Let me know if you agree down in the comments. This car is got good tuning, good handling, but I still don't think this one's going to win you any races. A lot of these cars, actually, you're not going to win any races because they're so old. Like, for example, the fastest car in the sports category is the new Banshee car, the, what is it, the Banshee GTS or something like that. And I actually prefer that car a lot more anyway than this one. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, it's just another bike. I don't really care about them, but it's $75,000 for a two-seater bike. So the thrust. The only points I'm going to give it is that it can do wheelies, and yeah, that's about it. I really don't like bikes in this game, guys. I really wish Rockstar would put more effort into bikes. Then maybe I would consider them a little bit more. But they just can't do anything to bikes in this game. But I will say this. It kind of looks like the Oppressor a little bit. Like the front, kind of. But even so, I would prefer the Betty 801 over this. I'm not gonna lie, I would actually prefer the Betty 801, and that is like only $15,000 versus this, which is $35,000. I know that's still not that pricey, but still, I would probably prefer that over this. Okay, this is the Shafter LWB. It's a four-seater. It is a sports car. I'm going to say this right now. I don't necessarily think this car is worth it because Well, I can't imagine it having many upgrades. This car will definitely not win you any races. I'm pretty sure this is one of the older cars in GTA. But yeah, I can't imagine you winning any race with this car, unfortunately. So probably avoid it if you're looking for a car for performance. But if you're looking for something to upgrade, this might be a decent choice. I'm not sure about this one.